2025 has been a horrible year for hidden true crime. I mean, they actually put false accusations on somebody for stalking, allegedly. Their subs have declined, and now you have a victim of a high-profile case saying that he got used for being the son of Lori Vallow. And the person we're talking about is Colby Ryan. So Colby Ryan went live today, and I watched it, and I couldn't believe what I heard and what I saw.
Well, when this whole situation happened with hidden true crime, and I got that righteous anger again and thought, I can't believe you're still going 6 years later. And I really did, for a little bit, kind of fly off the rail. Let it go. You can't move on with your life. Like, people who are uninvolved in my family can't let go of what the case was and just taking it to a level of drama.
So basically, him and Lauren and her husband had a great relationship, but Colby recently found out, and during the trial, that they were talking about him behind his back, and they used him for his name and who he was.
And I'm going to be honest with you, I was so angry because I am trying to live through this trial of my father and my mother sitting right there, and she's the reason why he's gone, and we're talking about a bunch of nothing, and it's happening around the trial, and I'm getting pulled into this at this point.
And this channel has also been very clear that we do not agree with the actions that Colby Ryan has done in the past. Let's get that out the way. But I will say this, he's right in this situation.
And I'm getting emails about how there's been all this horrible talking about me and how all these horrible things have been said about me. And all of this started, obviously I went on to Hidden True Crime, and I've had a good relationship with them, and we did an episode right before all of this stuff really came out publicly, and we had a pretty good conversation. I think you can, if you've ever watched our conversations, I've enjoyed talking to them. We've had fun. We've really dove deep.
So they used you because you were Lori Vallow's son, but at the same time, you used them because they were already established on YouTube, and you started a channel yourself. You know what I'm saying? Now, people would rather listen to you because you're the closest to the case that anybody could get to, but at the same time, I feel like you both used each other, in my opinion.
But there was things said that really, really deeply upset me and frustrated me. And one of the first things is I felt when John had called me an adopted son, I felt like that was to be said publicly for what was coming next.
And to me, this is the craziest part of the video, because I can't believe that Lauren's husband, John, or whatever his name is, would actually call Colby Ryan his son. Like, how do you do that? This dude lost his dad, and then you're a true crime creator, and you're gonna say this is your adopted son? Yeah, I would be upset too. I think this is where Colby Ryan has a point. You know what I mean? Like, I would be very, very upset with this dude. Who the heck does he think he is? You know, he's over here clowning Chad Daybell looking like Peter Griffin. Man, look at you, John. You're like Peter Griffin's fucking twin brother.
And now that I've seen all the context, which is unfortunate, I've seen my name come up multiple times, and that has affected our community. And you guys know, when it comes to this community, don't play with the bear right now. So when I was told that, I remember on live, I just remember thinking, why did you say that? Because I lost my dad. He was murdered. You know that. And I lost my mom. So you can't say things like that if you don't mean that. So that, number one, that pissed me off. And I didn't even know how much it pissed me off till later on. Next live that they did, John shared a private text that I had sent in the moment where I said I was proud of Lauren, and I was, because she was getting out and facing those people. And he shared that on live, which has been his complaint from the beginning. And that really upset me and hurt me, because you just went on tangents for months on end about private texts, and now...
Yeah, I'm not a fan of showing text messages. I'm not a fan of that. And I'm also not a fan of you texting them saying that, knowing that Christina wasn't stalking.
You come out and say a text that I sent you that was private. For what purpose? Number one thing I have a trigger with now, and I'm no longer taking these punches quietly, is being pulled into people's bullshit. I have nothing to do with this situation. And have this much happen in your life, you don't want more issues. You don't want more drama, and you don't want to keep going on and on and on about it.
I agree with you, Colby, and I also think that Lauren from True Crime thought this was going to play out a different way. I think she speculated that she was going to gain a whole bunch of subs and views, and she did off the initial live, but now it's ruined her channel. No one gives a crap about her other cases because she made it where she's a trauma channel now, and this honestly just blew up in her face. Now let's react to this phone call between a police officer and the accused stalker, Christina, and a lot of people are upset how this police officer was talking to her. Let's get straight into it.
Good morning. Why do you email that I missed your call? Because I didn't even see it till I looked at that email.
Yeah, no problem. If I remember right, it was a Google voice, so I know that can not work perfectly, so no problem. Just to let you
I
know.
appreciate it.
Yeah. Just to let you know, I'm recording this conversation on my body cam. All right.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, not a problem. So, well, let me go back to the original day of notes and whatever I got here. So,
You called me on the 20th,
yeah, it was
June 20th.
Yep. So, I'm guessing by now you have an idea why I called, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So, what it came down to is the
Actually, if you could, I feel like sometimes, the game of telephone happens. If you could just, I feel like, let's pretend I don't, because it could have gone through, who knows? With the game of telephone, things get rewired in the process. So I feel like maybe I should just hear it from you.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, if you don't want to talk about what you've heard or whatever, or what you think it's about, that's just fine. So we had somebody report possible, I'm just kind of paraphrasing in a sense, not theft of text messages, emails, but basically copying and sharing and threatening to use them to injure or, harm reputation pretty much, right? So...
Wait, hold on. There's been actual threats.
When I say the word threat, it's based on what they were saying. So, threat by law, that depends on the state and what the definition of threat is.
I'm a little bit, okay, I clearly have no idea then what's going on. What's the definition of threat in Nevada?
Okay.
I literally have no idea.
Okay. So, we don't need to go quite there, because if you don't know what I'm talking about, then I'm not going to go into deep definition of this, that, whatever. Okay.
Yeah, no.
So somebody that you had worked for in the past, you were contracted to work with. Let me just get this straight. And I hate to say it, but we go from calls to calls to calls to calls, so I don't want to make sure that I have
You're fine.
get everything proper here. So, Lauren Matthias.
Yeah, Matthias.
Matthias, okay. So you were contracted to work for her, I believe. Is that correct?
No, I mean, we were friends, and she asked me to do a few design jobs for her, and I said I would give her a friend discount, but I would still charge her. So I wouldn't necessarily consider myself a contractor for her. I was a friend doing a favor, and I obviously still billed for my time at a discounted rate.
Okay. So you knew her, and you did business for her, compensated for it, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's between some other parties, there was discussion of, and a particular email that went out about some text messages that could be damning to her, in a sense, from her point of view.
Are you talking about the one Lauren sent herself? She sent it herself.
I just know that there were some text messages out there. She was concerned of being put out in the public.
Yes, but the email you referred to is an email that Lauren sent herself, as well as others, under a fake email address that was supposedly encrypted, but it was her.
Okay, well, I don't know how you came up with that, but yes, it was by the email, Proton email, which is used for encryption purposes. Why she would email herself that, I have no idea. Considering it went out to several people and she was extremely concerned about the situation. So I don't know if you could enlighten me how you figured out she was the one that sent it.
Okay, hold on.
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing I don't want.
Hold on. I want to, but here's where I'm nervous. Okay, the level. I don't know what extent Lauren's gonna go with what she's doing, and I know that because a report was filed, you probably will report back to her on things that were said and things that were claimed. And I don't know if I want to play that. Like, I don't want to give away how I know that it was her who sent it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, hold on. They're, number one, like, I am really impressed with your due diligence here. Like, respectfully, like, I just literally even told my mom and dad, it sounds dumb, like, a few days ago, like, how impressed I am. Because you guys have, like, I've been really disappointed with my police department. So hearing from you guys follow up on a report like this has made me very impressed.
Well, thank you.
I'm literally really impressed. Anyway, but my problem here, I forget my ADHD just went off the thing on thinking how impressed I am of you guys. But my point is Lauren, I'm personally, the level of harassment that is going on from Lauren to others, it is unmatched. Like, background check her, because there are some things, like, I suggest running background checks on her and her family. It's just, I'm just a little nervous to volunteer much more information just because of the nature of her. I don't know how else to say it.
Okay. Well, let me think how I could do this to ease your mind, I guess. So this is obviously across several states because there's several names that were brought up that live in different parts of the United States, right? So the concern,
yes.
the concern that she brought was text messages that were supposedly threatened to be put out there, and once again to possibly tarnish her reputation. So,
I've never screenshotted anything she has sent me. Like, I've never done any of that. I'm not worried about that at all. I can be very open with you. I've not threatened her. She has threatened me. And this is so interesting to me that, like, I just don't know her game plan. I don't know her end game here. And it's
okay. Well, so where I was going with that is she has those concerns. She showed me an email that was, from Proton. So I did my due diligence as far as I could and within the law of, trying to see where we were at with what she had to say. Okay. So with that, once again, the concern of certain text messages, and what it comes down to in Nevada is a phone conversation that is recorded. It has a two-person
your two-party consent.
Two-party consent, correct. So with the state Supreme Court also case law said that that includes text messages. So I mean, if you're
wait, do you have the citing of that? Because I tried to look that up after you called me, like between the time you called me and we're talking now, and I couldn't find the case law on that.
Let's see if I copy this down.
Because technically, isn't it you are the person in the conversation?
So here's the thing. She obviously has communications with, have or had communications with you and others, and whatever was said in those communications is considered a private communication between those parties. All right?
Yes.
So if that private communication is screenshotted, like you brought up, not me, you brought up, is screenshotted and then shared, then you're basically violating Nevada law.
But what law? And how am I subject to Nevada law when I don't live in Nevada? Even if I were to do that, let's say.
Well, if she's here and, if she's here in Nevada and it happens, she's sending the text messages while she's here in Nevada, then yeah, it's Nevada law.
But I'm not in Nevada.
I get it. I hear what you're saying.
Maybe there is one day I have to screenshot. I mean, I don't have anything damning on her, between me and her at all. But I don't talk the way she talks. Like, I shut that down so quickly when I first became friends with her.
Okay.
I call it a sliding glass door.
Well, then obviously you have nothing to worry about then.
No, I know, but I'm trying to understand though. Like, but I might screenshot my conversations with her and put it in my like Dropbox or something for like in my files for like security purposes. Let's say.
Okay, but if you're not sharing them, you shouldn't have to worry about it.
Okay, but I need to know if I want to. What if I want to share them? At this point, I kind of want to share them.
I'm telling you, it's against Nevada law.
I know, but what's the case?
And then you said you don't screenshot them, but then all of a sudden you're saying you do.
No, but I kind of want to now. Like, if she's kind of harassing me, so I feel like I kind of want to. But like, what's the law?
Well, if you need to, then file a report down there if you're getting harassed.
I know, but what's the Nevada law?
Let me see if I was just doing some searching, because here's the thing. I'm a patrol officer. I'm not going to toot my horn and say I'm the best detective or anything, right? So I had to do my due diligence and do some searching as well. So I didn't copy everything because we don't, there's so many laws that we just don't know them all. Especially like traffic laws. So sometimes we need to do a little bit of extra searching and things like that. So let me see if I did.
I feel like to have a police officer telling me that, like, because to have a police officer telling me it's against the law to do that. I actually have several examples of her sending so many screenshots to me from other people. So
well, then that other person would be the victim.
I could also inform that person that she would be the victim of this.
You could, yeah.
But my question is, like, I mean, obviously you don't know the case law off the top of your head. I have an officer calling me, spouting something is the law, and I want to know what, like, so I can wait a second for sure. Like, I know, like, I'm giving you grace here. Like, I get it. You don't have all the, like, I can't even remember my kids' names in a row at sometimes. Like, I can't even imagine remembering all the laws. So I can wait a second for sure, but I definitely am curious.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it. See if because I did put a lot of stuff. So I did not take a full report, right? Because everything I had. So are you telling me? So just let me ask you this flat out question then, since we're talking. So you have not screenshotted text messages and shared them with other parties?
I want to answer you honestly here, so I have to think.
Never mind.
No, I want to answer completely honestly.
Okay.
If I've done that with Lauren, like, I genuinely have nothing. I can't think of any moment I have right now off the top of my head. No, but okay. I'm like 99% confident of that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I would hate to be like, I'm 1,000% confident, and then be like, oh,
I get you.
Months and months ago, this, like, nothing burger.
Right, I get it. Yeah, what happened 5 years ago? 8 months ago, whatever.
Unfortunately, I was not friends with her 5 years ago. Oh. I bless the hearts of the girls who are, and I say that respectfully, not in the southern way. I lived in the south, and they don't say that in a nice way. I don't mean it in that southern way. I mean it legit. I've cried tears for them with what they've gone through. So yeah, I'd say 99% sure.
Okay.
But okay, I'm waiting for you to keep looking. Sorry.
Yeah, I couldn't find it in
For me, like, as a person getting a call from an officer in another state claiming something is against the law in that state, I want to know the law. If I have an officer calling me,
yep.
But are you harassing me as the officer? I don't think you are. I'm just saying, like, I am on guard here, so I need to know what this law is.
Let's see if I can find it here. That's one thing that I didn't, looking through my notes, I didn't copy that exact one. And of all the things that I researched that day, that's one of them that I did not copy. So it's going to take me.
If you want to email me too, like you have my email address now as well.
Yeah, I could. When I find it, I'll find it. When I find it, I'll.
I do have a couple questions, if you don't mind.
Yeah. I know you had several questions in the email, so go ahead and shoot.
Yeah. What is what's the? Did you say extortion or like what is the? Isn't that the extortion someone trying to threaten for monetary gain or personal gain to some degree?
Yeah. Why are you asking that?
Like was there a threat in that email?
Why do you? I got a question. Why are you bringing up extortion though?
Because you brought that up.
I did.
What's the gain?
When did I bring up extortion?
I don't know. Maybe I don't. At the beginning, like you said, there's some sort of threat. Maybe was the word. I mean, I can't remember the exact word here, but that's the vibe I got. Like, what threat is the or harm? Was it harm reputation? I'm trying to go back in my mind. Some sort, whatever the end game is. What's the claim here? Like, what is the
I already shared it with you.
Oh gosh. Can I file? Like, I need to file then for your body cam footage because I don't remember. I should have written that down. Okay. So in my email, these things are down. Clarification on the nature of the complaint made against me, including what, if any, statute or violation is being alleged. And then you said you.
Okay, so there's no complaint straight up against you. Your name was included in a list of other possibilities of a person that may have shared text messages that are personal to her in matter that could harm her reputation. So when that happens, it could be criminal. It could be. State of Nevada says you cannot share private text messages and private phone conversations. And then on top of that, if there is damages and then there's obviously harm intended, then you're talking about having a civil lawsuit coming against you for defamation and other.
Okay, and then so I'm not the subject of an official investigation or report. That's what you're saying.
So not at this time, no. So based on the information I initially had, so when we get a call for service, right? I'm guessing you don't do any of this, the stuff that she does, right?
I mean, I'm privately contracted by, and I do some work for. But I don't.
You do investigations though, or like criminal type investigations.
I'm on retainer. I freelance for them.
Okay, so. But you're not doing like criminal investigations in depth ones like a detective though, right? Or are you?
Oh gosh, no.
Okay.
No, gosh, in my dreams maybe, but no.
Well, the reason why I'm asking is because that kind of helps me understand the level of knowledge you have within this arena, in a sense. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, I mean, like I understand the true crime, like the true crime. That's why I'm asking for like these in-depth questions.
Right, and that's what the questions were kind of odd for me, so I was like, why would she need this, whatever. So what ends up happening is we get a call for service, right? The call for service is for this, that, whatever. It could be petty larceny, could be, civil matter, could be, a number of things, right? So based on the call for service, the initial call for service, the initial notes for the dispatcher, we go to the scene and we talk to the individual, right? Based on the initial meeting with that individual, who will call a person that reports, it might turn into, yes, they are a victim, or maybe they're not a victim. So sometimes they say certain things and they don't understand the law, so we need to educate them what the law says. So if it is something that they talk to us about and there is proper proof that a law had been, broken, then we'll take a criminal report. And the criminal report, so then they become a victim at that time. Otherwise, it's an allegation possibly, or something that's just unfounded, or something we just take the information and hang on to until something else comes to light out of it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So every call for service we go to, whether it's an accident or whatever, because even an accident, we might not give a criminal citation to, when I say criminal, a traffic citation. So every call for service that we have as a police officer, we go, we talk, we make sense of what the situation is, and then we take notes and go from there the proper direction that we need to go. All right. So not every call for service ends up being a report, and not every report becomes a true investigation. Sometimes a report is just documenting stuff, and it's a non-criminal report at that time. Based on what she was telling me, there was absolutely nothing I had at that time to say that a crime had been committed, or for that matter, who truly committed a crime, because of the information that I had. Does that make sense?
Yep, I'm following.
So we will still make a few phone calls on that person's behalf. Let's say it's a neighbor, right? Apartment complex or next door neighbor, and they're having problems with the person down the street or up above them. Hey, we can document this stuff. I can call this person. I can stop by their house. I can talk to them. Do you want me to do that? Yes or no? No, it's just going to raise flags. I don't want to create any hassle. I don't want to do this. So therefore, no, don't contact them. I just want to document it. Okay, we won't contact them. Oh yes, please contact them. I want them to know that this is a serious matter to me, blah, 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 blah. Okay, fine. So in this case, I contacted you based on her request to have a conversation with you and to basically say, hey, this is, here's what it is in Nevada to break the law, and please don't go down those roads if you haven't, blah, blah, blah. So, it's not necessarily an investigation. We're having a conversation and listening to what you got to say. She didn't even think you'd even possibly talk to me, and a couple with the other people that I called, same thing. So, and sometimes when this stuff is out there and I have a conversation with somebody, maybe people have thoughts of doing something, and then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, maybe it's not a good idea.
I will be straight up with you. She has said some terrible things, and she is scrambling. Like, she has done some pretty freaking awful things.
Yep.
She is so nervous. And it's not me. I will let other people tell their story if they want. I have zero interest in sharing other people's stories or names when it's not my own. But I will say, from my own perspective, you are being used as a pawn in her game, and she is so scared that what she has said and what she has done becomes public information, because it is so awful. It is so awful. And that right there is why I'll talk to you. She doesn't think I'll talk to you because really I don't have anything to say. I made it very clear from the beginning of our friendship, I don't talk shit on people. I don't want to hear anyone talk shit on anyone. That is too heavy in my life. I don't want that. I like people. I genuinely like people. And I've experienced some people, like this human being, where I come to a crossroads of whether I'm gonna like people or not still, because one bad lemon or whatever doesn't make them all bad. But I'm just saying, she is terrified that the things she has done and what she has said is going to become public, and she's trying to scare people into silence, and you're being used as her pawn. So I suggest, I really would like to know what is the case law that is being used as this complaint, because in my opinion, it is completely unfounded and completely unbiased, and I'm ticked off that your good resources, because I'm not joking, I wasn't even saying that to offer a stuck up or brown nose to you. You guys doing this is so admirable to me, because I'm pissed, and I'm also pissed. I'm also pissed that my local police department freaking sucks right now. And here I am, this girl has used her local police department as a pawn to scare people into silence, because what she's done is that messed up. so messed up. And guess what? I have zero desire to get anything out of her. It's her, whatever. Her reputation, that's on her. Not on me. I'm not. She can do whatever she wants with her own reputation. But she's done it. And if other people decide to talk about it publicly, I mean, I don't, yeah, whatever. But, like, I just don't, like, you're just respectfully being used as her pawn to scare people. And I'm not scared, so I'm talking to you. Because I haven't done anything wrong. And so that's where I'm like, hey, if you're going to be, I want to know like, you're being used as her pawn. What is the law that she is using? Because this is like, she has a pattern and a history of this. And I might not be an investigator, but I sure as hell am talking to people that were in her life years ago that actually like live really close to me, or that I have millions of mutual friends with, because it's like, are you okay? Like, is this a pattern? Like, what's going on here?
Okay, so here's the thing. You're right. If she is using me, that is a shame, right? But once again, we go to every call for service and we try to make sense of it. Based on what I had.
Yeah, no, I appreciate.
Okay, so,
you.
but please, please. Okay, you just talked and talked. I'll let you finish. Just give me a second, all right?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening. Sorry.
All right. So, it's straight, clean, cut, and simple, right? I wanted to talk to you. She asked that I call you, talk to you about the situation. You say you know nothing about it, although I will tell you you made certain comments that makes it sound like you do know a little bit of something, but if you're not willing to talk to me about it, that's it. I don't care how horrible a person you are, how horrible your friends are, she is, her friends. I don't care about that. There's a ton of rotten people out there. A ton of them. And people can talk smack about people all they want. It's a First Amendment rights, okay? It doesn't matter. They are shitty people out there, to include shitty parents, right? But until it crosses criminality, they're just shitty people. So what I'm trying to figure out is, was there a crime that was committed? At this time, I don't have nothing, but she wanted me to talk to you and have a conversation with you, a candid conversation, and that's what we're having, okay? I'm not going to go deep into, answering all your questions on this. If these are the answers you have, that you know nothing about it in a sense, and you're not copying them and sharing them, great. Now, if you do that, I would be extremely careful, because yes, it could pass criminality, and there could be a civil lawsuit.
But that's not criminal. Why would a police officer be involved?
I just told you. They call us. They call us. She thought that there was some criminal activity with this, so I go there and I talk to her and figure it out. People do this all the time. They think something's criminal when it's not. They think threats and harassments are criminal when it's not. Threats have to be very specific in the state of Nevada. So sometimes we have to educate people. Okay?
Got it.
So she's not using me. Well, she may be using me in a sense. But my tactic is not to scare anybody. My tactic is to get information and go from there. Okay? Now, if you think she's using me and she's a rotten person and said tons of rotten things, hey, so be it. There are a lot of rotten people. Look at politics. Look at the congressmen. Look at all of the political people up in Washington, D.C. Lies coming out of their mouths all the time. The news people. Propaganda, news, lies all the time. So yes, there are a ton of horrible people that say horrible things out there. And is she scared of being outed? Very possible. If her livelihood depends on it, I can see where she would be very, very concerned. All right? But once again, she asked I call you, have a candid conversation, and be like, look, this would be against the law in Nevada based on this. And then that's it. You are across state lines. I told her, says, if you got that much concerns and everything else, go to the FBI, get them involved, because you got interstate stuff going on across the states. And it's involving the internet with certain things. So maybe the FBI needs to get involved. So that's where we're at. You have any other questions?
No, I just feel really awful for interrupting you earlier.
That's okay. Thank you for apologizing. Everybody has emotions when it comes to certain things. What this comes down to truly is if somebody says, this is kind of me taking myself out of the officer's role in a sense. If somebody says rotten things about somebody else, they're just a rotten person. Cut yourself off and let it go to the wind. But if there's anything being focused with that and pushed out to help harm them, there's multiple people that are being harmed and not just the one person, And is it worth it? Is worth all that aggravation, all that bad juju and all the tension and everything else really worth it? Sometimes it's better just to what I called in the military, cut sling load and let it go. Or in church, bless it and let it go. So
I am on your same page here. I do like that.
But so it's not worth getting entangled in this and having it go to a level where maybe all of a sudden she gets just enough, whatever that is, and does a lawsuit against you, and then you're paying out of your butt for a lawyer to defend yourself. I mean, politics. They did that to Donald Trump. Threw a bunch of stuff at him, and he had to spend millions of dollars to, clear his name.
Totally. She wouldn't do that though, because then they'd have to do discovery on her phone, and that would do the opposite of what she wants in this situation.
And maybe that's the case, but once again, there can be criminal intent. There can be criminal intent and criminal action in the smallest thing sometimes. So sometimes it's just not worth it, because even if she has some bad stuff on her, even if her reputation is damaged, a criminal record can be just as bad. And then the reputation of others involved, because now all of a sudden you're a news source that you can't trust. Because now you're considered a criminal, or you got a criminal lawsuit. Nobody wants to touch you, and all of a sudden you can't even get work.
Totally. So, I guess I'm curious. Obviously, I am curious about, because I don't remember word for word what was said, and in this conversation, you said you're recording it with your body cam footage.
Yep.
How do I file to get that?
You'd have to talk to probably records. I think I don't know. I mean, even to get copies of my notes. I mean, I could give you the incident number. I mean,
could I get the
some of that stuff is redacted, so I don't know what you'll see and everything like that. So, I mean, but you gotta. I don't know if they do it online, because what they do is they charge $10 per copy now. So I don't know if there's a way to do it online, or if you need to show up in person since you're out of state. So I don't know how that works. I just.
My is out there close to you guys. I can make a trip down one. So I just can ask. I could have him go grab it. I'm sure.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, you're not going to learn any more than what I just told you, really. So, if you're ready to copy, I'll give you the incident number.
Yeah. What's the incident number? I pull that number. Also, I really appreciate what you said, and I just want to be clear. I don't want to insult. I did not mean to insult you by calling you a pawn in our game, because it has.
No, don't worry. No, don't worry about that one.
I was feeling that where I was interrupting you. I was just wanting to make it clear that I was not meaning that as an insult to you as a person, because, like I said, I just want you to come move out here at this point, because we need support people like police officers like you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But is there any more questions you have for me? Happy to answer anything I possibly can.
Let me give you the incident number for today, of that, because if you want the body cam from us talking, I guess. Today is.
I mean, is it different than the one you just gave me?
So the one I just gave you was from the other day, from when I spoke to Lauren originally.
Okay.
Because I know you're very concerned about that, right?
I just want everything in my records.
That's fine.
I just, you know, like if you were me, I feel like you'd probably do the same. Just have everything in your records, stuff like this.
If I had no dirty part of, personally for me, if I did nothing, if I didn't copy any text messages or anything like that, I wouldn't care. But
no,
that's on you.
No, I 100% respect that, because if this was a normal person that we were dealing with, 1,000%.
And I don't know. Yeah, I don't know her as well, so that's fine. So that's the incident number. That's the incident number from the other day when I called multiple people and spoke to Lauren.
Is it HP as well?
It's HP is like Henderson Police, so it's you could put that in there, but the records they'll know.
Okay, awesome. And then quick question: what are you gonna tell Lauren we talked? Like, what do I, just out of curiosity?
I don't.
Care if you do, don't.
No, I don't intend to call her. No.
Okay.
So
what do you think I should ask you? If I was me, what do you think I should ask you? I mean, if our roles were reversed, what would you, as a police officer, but with your knowledge, but as me, what do you think I should ask you? If I needed it, yeah.
Everything that I basically already told you. Why are you calling me? Why are we speaking? I already told you why I'm speaking. She had concerns of private text messages being shared that would hurt her reputation. Okay, did I not? You're saying you did not, right?
Yeah, 99% sure.
Okay, so therefore, that's all the information I have right now from you, is saying you did not do this, you did not copy text messages, you did not share text messages. So then the other part is, well, if by chance, you know, I did, which I didn't, but if by chance I did, what would be the repercussions? Well, in the state of Nevada, we have the law that says it's private conversation that you can't share it, right? Other than that, that's about it. Oh, and then the part that, you know, there could be civil liabilities. And we tell people this, like, sometimes I'll reference when we go to domestic battery, right? Or excuse me, a family disturbance between a husband and wife. Sometimes it's just a bunch of yelling and emotions get caught up, and then we say, okay, cool. Hey, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with, you know, yelling at each other. Just let you know, neighbor heard, they got concerned, that's why we're here, okay? So here's the thing, you guys are married, you got a domestic relationship in Nevada, here's the battery laws. So make sure you don't push, throw, this, that, whatever. So we give fair warning of, if you pass these things, it'll be considered domestic battery, and that's a crime, you know? So therefore, we'll end up having to take somebody to jail. So we give the fair warning that this, and constitutes a crime, so therefore. So that's my example. So same thing when I have conversations like this, you know, when there's kind of a question and answer kind of time frame, not a true investigation in a sense. It's like, well, okay, here's where we're at. If you were to pass these lines, here's the possibility. Well, if lines were to be passed, you could be, you know, a civil lawsuit be, you know, put up against you by the other party. So there's basically the warning that I have for you. There's really nothing more to know.
No, totally. And you'll email me the.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed because it came up right away on my first page when I looked it up a couple weeks ago. So I know I saw it. I don't know why I didn't make a full copy of it, but I will try to find that again and send it to you if I see it.
Awesome. I appreciate it.
Yeah, not a problem.
I appreciate it. Well, thank you for your time, and
yeah, she just.
If there's anything else I can do for you.
Yeah, just the other persons I spoke to as well kind of had some of the same comments, you know, where Lauren could be a better person, could keep her mouth shut maybe on certain things, and Lauren's possibly concerned about her reputation, which I get it. And they said they weren't even involved with certain things. Like, it's okay, and it's what it is. So.
Totally.
All right.
Totally. I appreciate it. And again, if you need a chat with someone who might interrupt you, just call me.
No. I mean, I can understand.
People are going to be thinking about that for like a week now. Oh, I interrupted this officer, and he just I feel so bad.
So here's the thing. We deal with people that are usually very emotional about what's going on. So sometimes when our emotions are taken over, we, have diarrhea of the mouth and we keep on talking. So, I do not.
But I didn't want to hurt your feelings.
No, I do not take any. I can't take anything personal with this job. Are you kidding me? I got people bad mouthing me from the. I got people bad mouthing me from the back seat. So.
I support the men. I support the men in blue. So I just always want to, and I respect the men in blue, and I want to always show my respect, and that's why I got in my head for a second too of like, oh, I'm coming across disrespectful, and all I care. I am very respectful of the police and what you guys do, and there's a lot of people who aren't. So I just needed to make sure that was clear.
Okay. Well,
anyway, you have a great evening, and yeah, let me know if you need anything else.
All right, we'll do. Thanks. You have a good night as well.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.